Hi, welcome to part 2 of our studio video. First, I wanted to point out that over here on this wall are all the low fire examples of how to work with the low fire underglazes. Here's the underglaze chart and the options that are available. Use 3 coats. Make sure that it's loose like buttermilk when you use it. Add water if it's too thick. Here's our high fire chart. Please remember, if you're taking them down to look at them, that you replace the tiles back where they go. Here's our high fire examples. And small pots of low fire glaze you can use if you need to do touch-ups. There's a few examples here. This is going to be our example bin of things you can use. The low fire glazes can be used on the high fire clay, we've learned. Over here we have stickers, colored pencils, templates that can be used for different shapes that you need to cut out, scrap paper, and all of these down here are basically things from my shelves that I use, so they're not available to the public. We have pencils and markers and Japanese knives, and Yafashir was so nice to put them in order, so we can try to keep them that way. I'm going to continue around. This is my design office, which I will mostly be in there. If the door is closed and the shade is down, it means I want my privacy. But if the shade is up, feel free to knock. This is the studio office, and you will need permission to enter the studio office. As you know, this is the place for hanging coats and bags, and the library, which is in the back here. Please remember to put your name on any bag that you're going to be leaving here with your clothes, because sometimes after a year we don't know who it belongs to, and or we have hummus that sits back there and creates a yucky, smelly mess. This is for assistants. This is your area assistant board. Your duties are here, things to be done there. The tool cabinet. Please remember to put your tools back in here. We have a separate container for pin tools. Here's a brush. Brushes go up here. Put things back clean. We don't want to find, when it's time for you to use a tool and it's nice and filled with clay, it's not so fun to use. These are the specialty tools. These are only, again, here's a wood tool. Tools that we don't have more than one of, things that we use for special things, for carving and hole making. Just do your best to put things back as you found them. Here in the tray area and the forms area, it's very crowded, it's overcrowded, and I know it's hard to keep it organized, but do your best to keep it organized and put things back more or less where you found them if you can. I just want to go over the checkout procedure for clay. We keep the clay that's available for purchase, the high fire clay, under here, and everyone has a number on it. This is the checkout bin. Checkout folder. And there's a log here on the first page where you put the date, the number that's on the bag, your name, the price, where the prices are all listed here. And if you're going to pay cash, you need to pay cash immediately. Don't say cash and then give me the money next week. It needs to be done immediately, or just put it on your card and go over to the card area, which we'll do in a minute, and show you that. Also, please remember to return these 5 containers up here. We have a separate wood tool. We have 2 tools that are just every other kind of tool, and then we have 2 brush tools, brush containers. Heads up, you don't want to put them on their heads, it hurts. Okay, and that's the end of part 2.